The Queensland Government's a step closer to selling the state's rail, coal and freight business, paving the way for the second largest float in Australia's history. The QR National Float will happen next month, making it one of the country's top 50 companies. Buyers are being urged to pre-register for shares. But is it a good deal? Michael Heffernan is a senior advisor and strategist with Austock Securities in Melbourne. Michael Heffernan, how significant is this float and is it a winner for investors?
Well, time will tell on that one, but certainly it is significant. I mean, it looks like the government is trying to raise between about $4 and $5 billion from the public, which would put it second in line to the Telstra floats in several tranches of over $10 billion, $12 billion, for example. So whether it's a good deal for investors, we're going to have to wait and see the details in the prospectus when we're looking at things like dividend yields and whether it's actually good value or not. But certainly the railway network in Queensland looks a good thing.
In the US, the investor Warren Buffett has poured $34 billion into a rail project there. Clearly he thinks it's a growth industry. Is he right?
Well, certainly the United States is not exactly the same as Queensland, but the thing that Queensland does have going for it is the huge reserves and production of coal that takes place in that state. And Queensland Rail are the dominant railway mover of that coal, and if you're looking for a business that's got pretty good growth potential, given the demand from China and Southeast Asia, for example, I think you'd have to say the railways in Queensland, without knowing the details of Santa Fe in the US, looks an extremely good deal from that perspective.
But have potential investors been put off by other floats that have turned out to be fizzes?
Well, clearly when you look at the Myer float, for example, about a year ago, that was a disappointment. It floated at over $4, dropped down to $3, now getting back up to $4. But I think the situation, the environment now is different to what it was last year when we were going down. Now I think we're going up. The economy is fundamentally strong and moving forward. The Asian economies are strong and moving forward, even Europe and America. So if you're looking for an environment, I would say for a float, now is much better than it was with the Myer float, for example, of 12 months ago.
Michael Heffernan in Melbourne, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.